Hello. Today we'll be discussing about 1.3 physical quantities and their units. So what is actually physical quantities? So physical quantities, it refers to a quantity that can be measured. So what are the things that we can measure is actually the length, the mass, time, temperature, and electric current. So of course, there are other things that we can measure, for example, area, volume. Okay, so these are some of the examples. So physical quantity has a numerical value with a unit. Okay, let's say if you are measuring the length of your thumb, so it is 6.1 cm, which is 6.1 is your numerical value and cm is your length or your unit. So let's say if you are measuring your body mass, let's say my body mass is 60 kilogram. So 60 is my numerical value and kilogram is my unit. Number 3, physical quantities can be measured in SI unit. SI units means International System of Units. So for these 5 basic units here, length, the SI unit is actually meter, short form M. For mass, we use kilogram instead of gram. And the SI unit is kilogram, kg. Time, we measure it in SI unit of second, S. Temperature, which is Kelvin, K, capital K. Electric current, which is ampere, and capital A. So these are the SI units that you need to remember for your exam. Next, we move on to symbols and numerical values or prefixes. So prefixes are used to represent very large or very small quantities in SI units. So this table here will shows you what are the prefixes that we can use, okay, in order to help us to facilitate our calculation. So first, okay, we move on to kilo first, okay, kilo. So kilo, we know that 1 kilogram, there is 1,000 grams. So when we talk about kilo, it has a value of 1,000 here. For example, 1 kilometer, you have a value of 1,000 meter. Okay. So we used to have something called diskette. Okay. So diskette is actually a storage tool that we use to save our document file many years ago, probably 20 years ago, diskette. And for your information, diskette can only be used to store about 1.5 kilobytes. Okay, so this is actually the storage capacity of diskette. Next, we move on to mega. Okay, mega. Mega, it ends with 60 here. So if I were to tell you 1 megameter, it means that it has 1 million meter. Okay. We used to have a compact disc, okay, compact disc, or we call it CD. So this CD, it has a capacity of 500 megabyte, okay, previously. So compact disc, it has a capacity of about 500 megabytes. Okay, so if you to convert this megabyte to kilobyte, you will get something like 500 multiplied by another 1,000 kilobyte. Okay, so you can see that compact disc actually has more storage space than the diskette. And nowadays we have something called USB drive. This one. So this USB drive also can be used for storage purposes. And common USB drive that we have in the market, it can actually save up to a few gigabytes, okay, more than 30 or 50 gigabytes. So you have USB drive. Maybe you can easily get 30 gigabytes of USB. So in fact, 30 gigabyte actually is equivalent to 30,000 megabyte. Okay, so from gigabyte, you need to multiply another 1,000 in order for you to get mega. Okay, and from mega, you multiply another 1,000, you get the kilo. So in fact, for this USB drive, the capacity is 30 million. It's actually 30 million kilobytes. Okay, so this is actually how much our technology has advanced over so many years. Okay, over the past 2 or 3 decades, you can see that this it used to can only store 1.5 kilobyte up to 30 million kilobyte using our USB drive. Okay, so this is actually some of the conversion that we use, okay, to convert giga to mega and also to kilo. And of course, we have smaller units like deci, we have centi, okay, milli. So we know that 1 meter actually equivalent to 100 cm. One meter equivalent to 100 cm. So that's why there's actually this thing 0.01. So it means that 0.01 cm sorry, what it means is that when you need to convert cm to 1 meter, you need to multiply by 0.01. Okay, so you need to divide 100. Okay, so you, of course, you have this milli, whereby you need to multiply by 0.001. Okay, and then micro, you have the micro here, which is even smaller. And lastly, the nano. So here you have one example, 1 kilometer. How do you convert kilometer to the unit of meter? Basically, you just multiply by 1,000 here. Okay, 1,000. So 1 kilometer multiplied by 1,000, you get 1 times 10 to the power of 3 meter. So next we move on to the conversion of unit of base quantities. So a base quantity is a physical quantities that cannot be derived from other physical quantities, such as the length, mass, time, electric current, and the temperature. So these are the 5 basic quantities that we have mentioned just now. Okay, so in order for you to convert 1 kilogram to gram, you need to multiply by 1,000. And for you to convert gram to kilogram, you need to divide by 1,000 or multiply by 0.001. Okay, it's the same thing. Okay, next we move on to the conversion of unit of length. So 1 kilometer is equivalent to 1,000 meter. And for you to change meter back to kilometer, you need to divide by 1,000. Okay, that's why you have this 1 over 1,000. And for meter to centimeter, you just need to multiply by 100. 1 meter times 100, you get 100 cm. And from 1 cm to meter, you need to divide 100. Okay, next we move on to the conversion of unit time. From hour to second, you need to multiply by 3,600. From second to hour, you need to divide by 3,600. Okay, So here, if you have 0.5 hour, basically you just multiply by 3,600, you get the 1,800 second. Okay, if you were to convert minutes to hour, you need to divide by 60. Okay, because 1 hour, there are 60 minutes. Okay, so you need to divide by 60. So 3 minutes here, when you divide it by 60, you get 0.05 hour. Okay, same goes with the rest of the conversion. Okay, for minute to second, you multiply by 60. From second to minute, you divide by 60. Okay. All right. So after having learned all this unit conversion, so what's the importance of knowing these standard units in our daily life? So standardization of measurement units means that the adoption of a single system measurement units, which is widely used at the international level. So when you say that your height is 1.5 meter, so basically everyone in the whole world know what you are talking about. So that's the meaning of standardization. We do not want to use something, a unit which only you yourself understand while the rest of the world do not understand. Okay, so since 1960, SI units are chosen as the system of measurement of units in science at the International Conference of Standardization of Units to facilitate global communication. So in all the universities, in the schools, okay, we are basically using the same units, okay, to prevent confusion. So what are the importance of knowing? So to prevent problem involving the conversion of units between different systems units, to standardize the units, facilitate the exchange of information, increase the accuracy of analysis of data, and facilitate the sharing and understanding of the scientific knowledge and technology. Okay, so all in all, knowing what are the SI units in daily life help us to prevent or avoid problems caused by conversion of units between different units in daily life, facilitates the international communication, assists in development in various fields such as science, education, business, industry, and also the others, promotes international trade, increase the standard of scientific research and technology. Thank you. That's all from me.